Have you ever gotten to day 2 or 3 of a fast and just felt like absolute shit? Welcome, fellow fasters. This is the channel where we talk about fasting as a tool and means to increase our quality of life. This video is all about electrolytes. If you fasted for any length of time, chances are you've experienced getting into day 2 or 3 of your fast and feeling like absolute shit. When I'm fasting, I like to check out the fasting subreddit on Reddit for motivation and inspiration. While cruising the fasting subreddit, I am always surprised to see how many people are still discovering the game-changing power of electrolytes during water fasting. So that's what today's video is about, electrolytes during your water fast. The first water fast I ever did was 7 days, and it was absolute misery. This feeling of nausea, this feeling of like totally foggy head, low blood pressure, elevated heart rate, sometimes decreased heart rate, and it was just a constant roller coaster throughout the day. And I thought that was just part of fasting. I thought, you know, I've chosen to suffer. Obviously, I was looking for the health benefits of fasting too, but it doesn't have to be like that. Using electrolytes during your fast, it just eliminates all the unnecessary suffering, and you feel way more clear-headed. You feel way better in general. And if you compare any length of a water fast without using electrolytes to using electrolytes, you'll realize that you've been suffering needlessly this whole time. These are the electrolytes that work best for me. I've tried a whole bunch of different kinds. These ones work best for me. They have sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Now, maybe it's the ratio they're in, maybe these are just more bioavailable to me. And the way I use these electrolytes is just like this. I'm gone through the trouble of doing a water fast in the first place, so I'm not taking any chances in consuming additional calories. So I pop the top off these little pills, and I just crack them into my mouth. Just like that. And I don't take a whole pill at once because I'm a firm believer in natural processes, and I don't think, even though it's obviously unnatural to take electrolytes, I don't think we would ever slam a huge amount in one pill. So throughout the day when I'm drinking a glass of water, I'll just crack a little bit into my mouth like that. And the biggest things I notice that electrolytes help with during the fast is number one, cravings and feelings of hunger. I think a lot of the time you're just dehydrated and thirsty and low in electrolytes. I take electrolyte and I'm not hungry anymore. I'm not kidding. Like for hours, I feel so much better. So that's the first benefit of the electrolytes, is making you feel less hungry. The second benefit is I notice I'm way less foggy in the mind. I can think way more clearly right from the get-go. And those are the signals I know when I need to use electrolytes. Foggy minded, feeling super hungry. And then the next thing that electrolytes help with is I definitely notice if you ever feel like nauseated during a fast. A lot of people say, oh, you know, well, if you feel nausea, that's probably just your body detoxing. I don't think that's true anymore. After using electrolytes, I think the detoxing process, well, certainly not the most comfortable thing. It definitely, water fasting, you don't feel like this overwhelming sense of nausea where you just have to lay down. My first water fast, when I didn't use electrolytes, I definitely experienced that nausea. I was confined to the couch in the bed, didn't feel like getting up, just felt absolutely horrible. The second extended water fast I did that was longer than 7 days, I used electrolytes, and it was a completely different experience, a total game changer. I always wondered why, you know, some of these people, oh, well, I go for a run, I do exercise, I go to work during a fast, and I thought, I could never do that. Once I started using electrolytes during my water fast, absolutely. Absolutely. You can still go to work, you can still run around, you can still clean the house, and you can do exercise. I don't totally recommend that because it does increase the appetite like crazy, but that's a subject for a different video. We'll stick to electrolytes. Another one that I've seen people using that I'm experimenting with this water fast in particular is magnesium. Biglycinate is apparently the best one. There's a whole bunch of different brands. There is no sponsorship. There is no affiliation here. These are just the ones that I found on the internet that looked like the best. Again, I just break these into my mouth. I've already taken some of this yesterday, so maybe later today I'll break a little bit into my mouth, but I'm not going to do it. But it's pretty safe. So as I said, I am not affiliated with anyone, but these salt stick caps, these are the ones that work the best for me. I've tried a whole bunch of different kinds, but these ones just seem, it's instantaneous difference in how you feel taking these. So yeah, hope that helps. Hope that makes your water fast easier. Try it out. You know, if you've tried water fasting and just thought, hell no, without electrolytes, give it a try with electrolytes. I think you'll be shocked in how much of a difference it makes, how much easier it makes fasting. Anyone that tells you water fasting is easy is full of shit. It's obviously, you're still choosing to quote unquote suffer, right? But it's for a purpose. It's worth it. It's totally worth it for that feeling you get. Not only the feeling of doing something that hardly anybody is willing, able, or would want to do in life, which is purposely go without food, but that benefit, the feeling of just feeling so light and fresh, and that feeling of renewal you get and rejuvenation from the fast, personally is what makes it totally worth it for me. That chance for your body to just purge itself of not only all the food that you're constantly eating, but of like emotions, and that, you know, I feel all these things pass through me while I'm doing a water fast that I didn't even realize I was holding on to, including food. So, you know, there's so much medical literature out there on the benefits of fasting now. It's no secret, and that's way beyond the scope of this video. Just check out electrolytes. I feel like it would be kind of weird to talk about fasting without being somewhat deep into one. 60 hours and 48 minutes into this water fast.